is suffering from self-confident. Okay, we have a Muslim calling, Mr. Submission to Allah. How are you, Mr. Submission? Hello.
Hello, Mr. Prince.
Yes, how are you,
Hello.
Mr. Submission? Good to hear. Good
Yeah,
to hear you.
assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm fine. Yeah, yesterday after watching your videos,
All right.
I went to ask because I've been watching many of your videos for almost 1 year.
All right.
I've been asking myself if the proof you were bringing to Islam were true. I went to ask some scholars and about who Allah is.
All right.
Truly, I just want to have a sensible, and I believe that Allah is a spirit. But when I went there, they told me it's forbidden, it's haram to say Allah is a spirit.
Yeah, actually, in Islam, Allah is a spirit, is rejected. This idea is rejected. Yes.
Oh yeah, and I was so confused that when I asked them that he has faces, he has two right hands, and he has leg, but كيف هذا الله أعلم, they said. How do we say that Allah أعلم, and yes, how can I describe Allah, and what is your, and I want to, and they when I say them, they told me that you have soul. The Sheikh told me, bring a scenario, you have, can you say a soul is a solid, a ruh means a solid or a liquid, or it is a gas. He said that as you cannot differentiate a soul,
your voice is cutting
in terms of human mind.
Submission, your voice
is
cutting. Just tell me, when he was saying to you liquid or etc. From there I lost you. If you can repeat, please.
Okay, he said that I want proof for this. He said that as you cannot explain your soul, ruh. Just like he said, can you say a ruh is a liquid or a solid? He said that no, ruh is not a liquid or a solid. As like that, you cannot say Allah is like that.
No, you see, he just
say that Allah knows the best.
He is just giving you confusion.
Okay,
like, okay, what is the answer after all of this? Yeah, answer, right? He's just blah 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 blah.
I got confused
because why he is even comparing the spirit to a liquid? I mean, this is a stupid idea, right? Nobody is saying that the spirit is a liquid, and nobody is thinking that if I open the faucet, I'm going to have a cup of spirit. That is crazy. But because he have no answer, he's trying to confuse you, so you get in with no answer, you get out with no answer anyway. But you think you get the answer. You see, let me show you. They asked Muhammad the same question as you ask, and I think you wanted to know this answer for this, as you said, because you were watching my videos, right? Okay.
Yes.
If we go in the Quran, it says that the people, they asked Muhammad, they said to him, and you speak Arabic, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنْ الرُّوحِ قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي وَمَا أُوتِيتُمُ مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. Chapter 17, verse number 85. Okay. They are asking you about the spirit. Say the spirit is from my God command. What is the answer? No answer. And the Muslim, they like in the translation, they try, they say inspiration. It doesn't speak about inspiration, it speaks about the spirit. So why Muhammad himself have no answer? Because simply Muhammad is an ignorant man. He do not know what to say. The spirit is very simple. I mean, I do not need to be genius to tell you what is the spirit. Spirit is the power of life. Like when somebody is dead, why he is dead? Because the power of life, which is given by God, is taken from him. So now he is a dead body, right? When his spirit is within him, life is in. So it is simply it's the power of life. And this power of life is made by who? Coming from who? It's coming from God. So God, he give life. You can say it's a created life, you can say it's a gift life, you can say whatever you want. However, the life, all of it is coming from one life, the life of God. Life, God is living God, right? God is living God, and all life is coming from him. So if
Can you say in Christianity how God looks like, or can you describe in terms of human mind?
my friend, God is a spirit in for us as a Christians, right? But in the same time,
Okay.
because he is almighty, he can come to us in any way he wish. I mean, who can tell God what to do, what not to do, right? You know, the Muslim, they say to you is Holy Spirit. Is that correct? They say Jibreel
Yes,
is the
it's
Holy Spirit.
correct.
Okay, Jibreel came
Yes.
to Mary
It's in
as
the
Muslim,
Quran. Yes.
Muslim they say, came to Mary as a spirit, but appeared to her as a man.
Okay.
Okay, is it logical to accept
Yeah.
that a spirit, which is an angel,
Mhm.
have the power to transform itself to be a perfect man, but God cannot? It doesn't make sense. Who have more ability to do things, the angel or God? So the angel can transform himself to look like a man, but the God of Islam, he cannot. Same time, if we read the Muslim Muhammad hadith, yesterday we were talking about it. Muhammad, he said he compared between the Dajjal and and his God, and what he was
Okay.
comparing about, he compared about the look, you know. But the Dajjal is a human being. Supposedly he have the physical being of a human being, and he said to them, your God is not is not one-eyed, right? So why you are giving then a description of a human being to God if he is not a human being?
Okay.
Why you talk about hands? Why God he have hand anyway? I mean, if God say be is going to be, what the hand for? You know, for me, I have the Quran in front of me. I cannot say Quran open unless I use my hand, correct? But
Yeah, correct.
yeah, but if I can say Quran open, the Quran open for me, I do not need a hand. Right? If I can think just in my brain that okay, TV start, the TV will start. I do not need to know. You see, in the old days, you know, I don't know how old are you, but in when I was a kid, we have to go to the TV and turn it on by hand. If we change channels, we have to go there and use our hands, right? But now now you can do voice command.
Wait a second. They said that when they gave me 3 Quran ayah, and one is said فَعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لِذَنبِكَ.
Yeah,
know Allah is your Lord, and ask forgiveness for your sins.
right? So,
and the other is I am Allah. When he revealed to Moses, I am Allah, and just like serve me, he said serve me, somewhat like that. It's, if you remember, I gave that verse too. This is our what we obliged to do in Islam is to serve Allah, because knowing serve him, that's all we do.
yes, so Islam is exist to we are created to serve Allah, but how why Allah needs servants anyway? You see, I can say I'm a servant of God to serve but the purpose is to serve other human being, because God do not need my servant, me to be a servant, you know. I mean, God, he's God, he owns everything. He can say, he can do whatever he want. He do not need me. Who I am, it's like, you know, okay, imagine you're in your home and then an ant, little ant, come to you and said, I'm your servant, what do you want? I mean, this is silly, right? What an ant can do for you? Nothing. So this is just comparing an ant to you. What about comparing us to God? We are nothing. You know, the whole earth is like a dust in this in one galaxy, like not even a dust. This is how small it is. So what servant of God and what they are talking about? The whole idea is that those Muslims do not know who is Allah. They have no idea how to answer a question. Actually, the Quran say clearly that you should not ask a question. Why? Because if you ask you know, a question, you will leave Islam. So ask not questions, you know, otherwise you are going to leave Islam. If you read with me chapter 5 verse number 101, it says يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تسألوا عن أشياء إن تبدوا لكم تسؤكم. Okay, why there is why there is such a verse in the Quran? I mean, what the point of this verse? Why I should not ask questions? Because simply Muhammad, he have no answers. He's a false prophet.
because Allah doesn't want too many questions. Because just it's said that وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُوا الرَّسُولَ, right?
my friend,
Just obey Allah and His messenger.
Allah do not want questions. That doesn't make sense. It's Muhammad who don't want questions, because Allah does not exist anyway for me. Allah, the people are not asking Allah. The people are asking Muhammad, right? The people never saw Allah, never met Allah, never spoke to Allah, so they're asking Muhammad. So he's saying to them, oh, you believe, ask not question about things which is, if made plain to you, may cause you in trouble. Okay, why is going, so who are you, what are you coming for? Imagine now I say to you, call me, ask me questions, and then I say you call me, and I answer you, I saying, oh, who you believe, ask not questions. Or you told me ask me questions, you told me you are a prophet, you told me you are a teacher, you told me you are a master, you told me you are the one who have a guidance. How you have a guidance, but yet we cannot ask you questions? You know, so ask not questions. And verse 102, it says why? Because some people before you did ask such questions, and on that account lost their faith. So those questions will make you become an atheist, maybe make you Christian, maybe make you a Hindu, maybe, but will not make you a Muslim, because if you ask those questions, obviously Muhammad will get busted. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah, you see, if any false teacher.
Why at last I found why.
Your voice is cutting off. Submission.
I found.
Yeah.
Can you?
Okay.
Try now. Listen?
Okay. Try
listen. Now. Yeah. Actually, all what you said, I've been asking, and I would like to ask you because how about the Warsh Quran and the Hafs Quran? And recently, when I'm very sick, and do you know the Warsh and the Hafs Quran?
Yes.
The Duri Quran.
Yeah. What about them?
Is it real? Is it real?
Well, you know, I believe nothing in Islam is real. You know, it's a collection of, there's no proof of it. However, they are exist.
Okay.
They are exist, and there's a lot of differences between them. You know, like if you go to Morocco, you will see that the Moroccan, as I know, they don't read Hafs Quran, they read Warsh Quran, right? And you can and you can go and read the Warsh Quran, and you will see there's the differences. However, the story of differences between the Quran, it does not make sense. And why God he want to send 7 Quran to Muhammad, but he don't want to send 7 Bible to Jesus? You know, why the people are not capable, as Muhammad he said, to understand the Quran if it's sent in one recitation? That does not make sense too, because simply if the Quran saying that we explain the Quran in the details, you know, we make it a clear Arabic and with details, so why they are not capable of understanding the Quran? So Muhammad simply, I was saying that to the previous caller before you, I don't know if you hear me. Muhammad, he could not repeat the same verse twice correctly, for he is a fabricator. So he have to come with a lie to explain why he is.
You mean Prophet ﷺ, he forgets verse from the Quran?
Yeah, you know, the Muhammad, yes, Muhammad he forget the Quran. You know, there is many hadith speaking.
Can you give me proof from the Quran? He forget.
Yeah, no problem. I will give you.
Okay.
Yeah, Muhammad, he forgot that, even though the Quran is saying that we recite to you the Quran and you shall not forget, but yet the Sahih al-Bukhari confirm that he forgot the Quran. If we go in Sahih al-Bukhari, let me get you the reference from Sahih al-Bukhari. Hold on. It says, you know, speaking about a man who recited verses, and Muhammad he said to him, oh, like, may Allah bless you, because I remind me of verses which I forgot. You know, read with me carefully. I don't know if you can see the screen. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Allah Apostle heard him. Yeah. Okay. You want me to show it you in Arabic? Which one you want, English or Arabic?
English. Both. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. So you know, I will show it to you in Arabic now. So as you see the story here, Muhammad he heard a person reciting the Quran, And he said, may Allah bless you, you know, you remind me of verses I totally forgot, you know. And I was, look what he's saying, which I was caused to forget. Now, how Muhammad forget the Quran? Why this happened? You know, the Muslim, they say that the Quran is preserved in the chest of the
Maybe
Prophet.
he's a human. Maybe
I understand.
he's a human.
but
Yeah, as you know,
that
all the humans
correct
can forget
correct. But
things.
this will not make sense if Allah said to you, you will not forget the Quran. Remember that in the Quran it says, "Suniqru'uka fala tansa." We are going to give you Quran and you will not forget. So if Allah promised you that you will not forget, you know, then you will not forget, right? Because this is God, you know, that God, he can make miracles. It's a miracle not to forget ever. So when
Allah eliminate a human or a hadith, if will create another man who made a mistake. We were made.
Hold on.
Were made to make mistake.
Right. No.
Okay.
You see, the Muslim, and you are coming from a Muslim family, and you are a Muslim. You know that the Muslim, they say that Muhammad, when it's come to religion, he is protected, ma'soom, correct? Ma'soom. He don't make error when it's come to religion.
Yes.
He make an error
protected.
have to do with the human being error, but not to religion. Here, the Quran, chapter 87, verse number 6, you can read in Arabic. It says, "Sanuqru'uka fala tansa." Do you know what does that mean?
Yes. We do not forget.
Okay, so what we forget? What? The Quran, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now where is the promise of God? If God, he said to me, you will not lose.
Repeat the verse again.
Chapter 87, verse number 6.
Repeat the verse again.
Sanuqru'uka fala tansa.
Okay.
And this is the translation of anyone you want, you know. So if God, he made a promise that you will not get sick, I will not get sick. That's it. That's God. If God said you will not forget, I will not forget. Not because I am the Superman, but because God, he said so, you know. So when Allah, he says to him that you will recite to you and you shall not forget, well, Muhammad shall not forget. But then we find that Muhammad, he forget Quran. And then we find Muhammad saying that he received the Quran in 7 letters to cover that issue. You know, actually, Muhammad in different verses in the Quran, he confirmed trying to cover his problem with forgetting Quran by saying the following, which is a very funny statement. I find it, you know, and I don't know if you will agree with me or not, but I understand you are a Muslim and you will not like what I'm saying. Read with me carefully, please. ما ننسخ من آية أو ننسها نأتي بخير منها أو مثلها. How this can happen?
Yeah, I understand this verse. Yes.
Why Allah?
He made you forget this, we will bring the same or the better.
But does it make sense? I mean, you cause me to forget it to make the same? Well, what is the logic? The same? Doesn't make sense. But because Muhammad, he cannot recite the same verse twice correctly, so now he says, oh, Allah caused me to forget, but don't worry, be happy, Allah will give me another verse the same. Or even better, you know, the Muslim, they say to me, can you make Quran like the Quran? Well, Allah himself, he is saying he make Quran better than the Quran in this verse, because he's saying if we cause to forgetting, we are going to substitute something better or similar. Allah will make Quran better than the Quran or similar to the Quran. Why? Allah, he went to class and he studied the language of Shakespeare, and now his English is better, so he's going to make Quran better than the Quran. Does it make sense? How the Quran of Allah is better than the Quran of Allah?
Okay. Okay. Can you what is the contradiction? There is no contradiction in the Quran. Whenever I read the Quran, it's normal, because let me say something. Why they're peaceful Muslims. I grew up in a very Muslim family, and they recite, and there are other sides too.
The submission. I'm losing your.
Why is this? I don't understand.
Submission. If you have,
okay.
Hold on. If you have other, are you using the phone or using computer?
I'm using phone.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Hang up and call me back. Close all the other application. I think your internet is not good. and maybe there is some applications using the internet, so you can have a better voice. Can you do that? Call me back.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Oh.
Because we wanna understand what you
I'll
are
call
saying.
you
You know,
back.
everybody wanna understand what you are saying, and you know, just call me back in when we close all up. Thank you. All right, guys. Imagine we have God. He says, "I'm going to cause you to forget the Quran, and I will make something similar or better." I mean, who is the crazy here? Who is the crazy here? Imagine I say to you, okay, did you get my book, The Deception of Allah? You say yes. He said, okay, forget about it. I'm going to cause you to forget it because I'm going to make something similar. Similar? Why you want to cause me to forget if it's similar? It is similar anyway. I mean, who is the crazy here? You cause me to forget it to make something similar? What does that mean? That is the madness. But this guy, he have to make up this excuse, for he cannot recite the same verse twice. All right, welcome back. Submission.
Hey, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I think you're somewhat I found it convinced. I don't know what to do. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Just go ahead. What do you want to say? We are listening.
Yeah.
His internet.
It's you know it's very scary. It dropped off.
Say again.
Hello.
Yes, I hear you. Go ahead.
It's can you show me a single harf that has been changed in the Quran? Harf that has changed.
Well, the verse in the front of you, it says to you is changed. However, if I want to show you, I can show you. I can show you tons of misunderstanding. As an example, in the Quran, the story of the three Christians and their dog.
Yes, they were in the cave.
Yes, you remember this story, right?
Yes, I remember this story.
Okay. And you know that dogs are bad animals in Islam, correct?
Yes, najis. Yes,
they are najis. So okay, here now, how we can explain this? وتحسبهم,
okay,
that they are awake, وهم رقود, ونقلبهم ذات اليمين وذات الشمال وكلبهم باسط ذراعيه بالوصيد. Okay, how this happened? Their dog is opening his two hands. Dogs don't have two hands, my friend. Have you ever heard of a dog have a hand?
No.
Dogs have four legs.
It has four legs.
Correct. So this is a mistake, or the one who wrote the Quran, he got it something wrong. This is not. This is not kalbahum. This is kali'ahum.
Okay.
Kali'ahum is the one who provide them and support them. That is an angel. This story is copied from the Christians, which is written in the 4th century, long before Islam, written by a Christian priest. He is from Syria. It's a fiction story about a group of Christians.
Can I get that book? Can I get that book?
Yeah, you can right now. You can search in Google. Just search in Google right now. It's a very famous story. It's called The Seven Sleepers. Seven Sleepers. It's not a secret,
Sleepers. Okay.
Yes, written long before Islam. And here, Muhammad, or let us say, copying the story of this fiction story from the Christians, claiming that its true story happened, and about those Christians. And look, if you read the story with me here, some they say they are 3 and their dog is number 4, and some they say they are 4 and their dog is number 5, and some they say they are 5 and their dog is number 6. Blah blah blah. So, but what is the number? Still there's no number. What is the answer? It's stupid. I mean, what you are saying to me, some they say 3 and some they say, and then they say to me, Allah knows best. At the same time, how you say you speak Arabic, I speak Arabic. We don't say they are 5 and their dog is number 6, because dog is not a human. We don't add the numbers. Like if I say to you, go and see how many people in the house, you say to me 7 people. You don't say to me 5 people and there is number 7 is a dog. You know, that doesn't make sense. And here it says, actually it's not even saying that. Look what it says.
Sorry,
They
it's
are
really confusing.
they are 3
It's
and
really
the, and
confusing. If
3 and the 4th.
if
Yeah, go ahead.
someone told me the Prophet ﷺ, he with the corpus. If you bring a Sahih Hadith, I swear I will.
I don't understand. Say again. I lost you. If I bring Sahih Hadith about
Yes,
what?
he slept with some person. He texted me that your Prophet slept with a dead woman. I didn't accept that. She said that. Is it but I was looking searching for that verse, but I was not able to get it, that verse in the Hadith or anywhere in the, because I sometimes feel that some Christians make allegations on the Muslims. Actually, what you showed me is really convincing, and at last I have to say that. Hello, can you
I hear
listen
you.
to me?
I hear you. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, and yes, it's full. I can see that it's full of contradiction. I believe that now.
So do you like, like, did you decide to leave Islam?
Yeah,
That's
I
wonderful.
decided to leave it.
That's wonderful. I'm not going to ask you where are you from. You speak
because
Arabic.
I can I cannot refute it anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's
I cannot
wonderful, my
bring
friend.
proof anymore because everything is clear.
So I advise you not to.
I tried for many years, and
yeah, I advise you to change your
all the
name
proofs are true.
from submission to Allah to something else. Because your name is submission to Allah, you are not submitting to Allah no more. That's a good news.
Okay, I will read and then I will read Bible. Okay, also I will read. Okay.
Well, I'm so happy for you, my friend, and if you have a question about Christianity, I will be happy to answer you. If you have something to say, if you like to know about why I am a Christian, I will be happy to answer you too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the most important is it's not really to be Christian or to be a Muslim.
Thank you for helping me, because I've been all your videos. It was very awesome. I was sick when I heard the first time your videos, but later on I went to ask. When I asked people, they were all offended and they were angry. And now after long period, I went to Sunnah.com, Tafsirs, and other websites, and searching here and there. At last, all what you said is true, and I leave my religion. I renounce the belief.
That's wonderful, my friend. I'm so happy for you, and may the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless you and give wisdom in your life. And I hope that your family too, they will leave Islam as soon as possible. And if you need my help to convince any of your family, I will be so happy, to help.
Yeah, because I'm not supposed to follow the one who changes words every time. Every time there is in the other place, there is no compulsion, and I read that, and
the voice is cutting.
Accept that people it is friend from, and this is full of and I defend Islam anymore. That means,
well, that's wonderful, my
I
friend.
accept that.
If you have,
and thanks for you, because you. Thank you. I'm very shivering right now, and thank you, brother.
You're welcome, my friend. I'm so happy for you, and don't be scared from the change you did. You did good. This is a change for better, and the devil is not going to have a power over you unless you give him the power. Actually, even the Quran, there is, I don't know if you know the verse. The Quran says that Allah, he said to the shaitan that you have no power over my follower except the one who follow thee. But the Muslims, they say that Muhammad was controlled by black magic, and that means that Muhammad was following the devil. So Muhammad is,
Was he bewitched?
yes, they say he was bewitched, right?
Sihr.
Yeah. And
Can you give me that?
what do you want?
From hadith, Sahih hadith, is he bewitched or not?
Yeah,
And
yeah, sure,
I will only need the volume and.
Yeah, sure, that's very easy. You know, Muhammad, not only he was bewitched, even he, the hadith confirmed that Muhammad, he used to imagine himself sleeping with his wife, but the fact he never did. Read with me carefully here. This is Sahih al-Bukhari.
Okay.
And this is the reference. I will put it on the screen. Hadith number 6063. All right, and this is Sahih al-Bukhari.
Okay.
Aisha, she said, the Prophet continued for such and such a period of time, imagining that he slept, which means have sex with his relationship with his wives, but in fact he did not. All right, and why this has happened? Then the story speaking about that he was under the effect of a magic, which was made for him by a guy. His name is Lubayd ibn al-Asam, and you can read the whole story. So imagine we have a prophet. He have all the problems in the world in this prophet, from a child molestation to sleeping with the wife's son, to black magic, to imagine himself doing things but in fact he never did, including sex, which means even the sex of the prophet was unreal. You see, I mean, I can't imagine that somebody is married and then he speak about sex, and then we find that his sex, even sex, have no witnesses. Because when you have sex, you have a witness. It's your wife, right?
Yeah, because yes,
but
you're right. Because
but here,
that, when I can't say anymore, it's Da'if hadith, it is Sahih hadith, because I don't have to, because I have to be genuine that your proofs are real. And
well, we are showing in the stream.
I myself found this also, and it was really hard for me to believe this. He was bewitched, and also very sad.
How he can be bewitched
all of my life, and very sad.
It's okay. Like you see here, chapter 15, verse number 42. It says, "Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan illa man ittaba'aka min al-ghawin." Okay, what does that mean? My followers, my slaves, you have no power over them except the one who follow thee. Okay, Allah is saying that to the shaitan, that you have no power over anyone of my servant, which means the Muslims, except the one who follow thee. So how shaitan have a power over Muhammad putting black magic on him? Based in this verse, for the shaitan to be able to do so, he have Muhammad, he have to be following thee, the shaitan, correct?
Yeah.
Then it's a it's a crazy thing. So obviously this person suffering from, I believe Muhammad as a character at the end of the day, he is suffering from mental issues, and always he tried to cover.
Is that true that he was also poisoned at Khaybar by Safiya?
Yes, he was. Not by Safiya,
but
by a Jewish woman.
I haven't heard this all over my life.
Yeah, well, the Shia, they have different story. The Shia, they say that the one who killed Muhammad, it was Aisha and Hafsa. But the Sunni, they have different scenario. They believe it was اسمه الذي أكلت بخيبر.
Hey, thank you. I will call you.
All right, no
I will call you.
I understand.
And I will tell. I will tell my wife also. I will let her understand, because she was actually she was the one who led me to watch your video, and I've been watching.
That's wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, she was the one. I was angry at her first. I was really angry. I would ask her apologize. Because I beat her once because I was annoyed, because I was I was protecting my face, and later on, after watching many of your videos, I finally found out that it's really convincing, and I left Islam.
That's wonderful.
And I will ask you other questions. And
that's, may the Lord bless you and bless your family and your wife and your kids. And feel free to call me anytime, you or your wife, and if you have any question.
Okay.
May the Lord bless you, my friend. Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Today we have a wonderful day. Here we go. We have a gentleman who decided to leave the cult of Islam. And I understand people, they fight me in the beginning and they hate me. I understand. I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy, my friend. Someone who pray to his God 5 times a day, bow down, think he's a real God, and then you suddenly you see someone saying something never heard before. Like what this guy is talking about, what this crazy Christian prince talking about. This guy is a, he must be have a lot of hate. This guy is disgusting. My friend, I show everything in the screen.